on the perilous roads of Heraclea, the party of Gavrodas, Vanatil, Barnaby, and Reaper have joined up with a driver from the Scarlet Covenant, their employer, in order to transport a package, what they thought was a shipment of divine blood, safely to the distant port Tumir, and then from there, cross the ocean. They discovered, however, that it was not merely blood, but a girl. And now, settled upon the wagon or at its side, they begin their trek, the clock ticking, 2 days and counting. I'll go ahead and make a roll for the driver, just right off the bat, and this will be a driving roll.
I hope he's good at that.
He's pretty good at driving, even though this is a hard driving check.
I mean, with a name like the driver, you'd hope he would be.
We still don't know this idiot's name.
No.
The Reaper, the Hunter, the Driver.
Oh, he gets 2 successes, 2 threats, and 1 triumph. Which means that anything that happens along the road that befalls you is not his fault.
We will blame him.
With those 2 threats, I'll say his butt is pretty chapped by this point.
The majority of the day passes by without incident. It's almost eerily quiet, and a lot of you can switch out who's sitting in the back or who's on the cart, whatever you wish, Gavrodas and Vanatil. But as sunset nears, and the small military town of Torvis is on the horizon, just to the south, off to your right, the driver looks at the lot of you and says, "It's a last stop before the gauntlet, if we want anything of worth. I say we push on through, but, what am I saying?"
You just said that you would push through. I agree with you. I think that we do not need to risk the time to stop in Torvis. And he looks at Reaper, kind of raising an eyebrow, inquisitively.
Throughout the day, Reaper has been progressively feeding the girl bits of food from her hand, like she's training an animal to trust her. And she will kind of like shrug and say, "Better not to risk the cargo. In town, I mean."
Yes, exactly. I agree. It is too many eyes. Too much curiosity to be aroused if travelers come through. A girl, I don't know.
Being obviously trafficked, yes.
And he just kind of like shrugs as, "Yep, obviously."
So you're gonna just willfully acknowledge what we're doing. Not a damn problem with it.
Do you have a problem with it?
I've got my reservations, yeah, but I'll keep them close to my chest because I'm gonna get outvoted by you lot.
You don't know that.
I think that you pushing the spear into his chest earlier, Reaper, might have convinced him otherwise. But it is a valid point. You do not know that. We have just barely met. A couple hours here. I would say that we should get to know each other perhaps a little bit better. We do not even know your name properly. What is it, might I ask?
It's Zalek.
Zalek. I am Vanatil. My brother, Gavrodas. We are fairly new hires, as it were, into the employ of the Scarlet Covenant. Have you worked for them long?
I don't rightly work for them. I worked for me boss. Spattered on the ground as he is. He worked for them. He paid me.
Well, as you have mentioned, you are now without a boss, and so you are technically now in the employ of the Scarlet Covenant. Otherwise, who are you expecting to pay you, huh? Us? And he kind of like goes to like gesture at Reaper, but like there's an awkward amount of space between the two of them, so he just
And Reaper leans away, makes it bigger.
So he just kind of like rests his arm on the side of the cart.
And Zalek remains stone-faced, no expression, no hint of laughter.
But really, though, taking stock of what supplies we do have, I imagine that we could make the journey to the gauntlet a-okay.
I could consult the bones.
Oh, you and them band bones. What have they told you that was actually accurate, helpful? From what I have seen, nothing.
She smiles at him, like, "Oh, you have no idea. Like, so many things they have told me." She gives him a look that's a little too perceptive.
And he kind of like leans in a little bit. Perhaps it would be... And he looks kind of in the direction of the girl slightly. A good distraction. Something to pass the time. Seeing how this whole bone process works. I, for one, am continually interested to see how the games that you play out.
Reading runes is not games.
I stand by what I said. I am interested. Anyways, and he kind of props himself up slightly in the cart and seeks out where Gavrodas is. Is he close enough to the cart that, he could either have been hearing this conversation or Vanatil could call out?
Oh, always. His ear holes are always listening.
Well, Vanatil will search him out, find him, close enough to the cart, and just say, "Brother, what do you have to say on the matter? Do we make the stop in Torvis, or do we press on?"
Given the time constraint, a stop in Trovis would only be a brief one at best. Almost no stop at all. I say we keep going.
And Barnaby, the only reason why I can think that you would want to stop in Torvis is to take a bath or something.
I do not think he knows what that is.
Likely true. But what say you on the matter, Barnaby?
Barnaby smiles and in a light-hearted manner will shake his head a little bit at this and will say, "I say we continue on." And as he's saying this, he's not going to look at Vana or Gavrodas, but will still continually be looking at the girl.
He's so scary.
Yeah, he's creepy is what he is.
Big creep energy.
Well, hearing Barnaby's thoughts on stopping or going, Vanatil will just turn back towards the driver and say, "Well, I think you have heard our opinions. We are agreed. You have expressed you would like to press on. We would also like to press on. There, easy."
There's a good chance we'll get through the gauntlet, get to Aurelia on the other side, be able to spend the night there proper, or at least a good part of the morning. Should we not get old up as old? Pressing on then. And I'll crack the reins and speed up a bit, requiring Gavrodas and Barnaby to hustle a little. In fact, I'm going to have you take hard athletics checks.
I do imagine that, partway through as this journey would be going on, Vanatil would offer to switch places with Gavrodas. If they were to do that, could we maybe both do checks of lower difficulty?
No, but Gavrodas will get a boost by having switched out halfway through the day and then, switched back later on, and that will cost you a story point. All right, then, what are the results?
All dice have canceled out for Gavrodas.
And same for Barnaby.
Then both of you will take 4 strain. As you near the gauntlet, it is this mountain range that stretches north to south from the ocean to the inner continent of Renaros past Heraclia's borders. Here, whether through nature or willpower of mortals, there is a canyon, sometimes narrow, sometimes wide, that etches its way through this perilous path. Its sides sheer, for the most part, sloping slightly upward, hundreds of feet, sometimes lower, sometimes more. But here, at the mouth, it's pretty far up. There's really no other way around, and no other way to the inner country of Heraclia. So the gauntlet it is. There's a small watch post just outside. However, it seems to be unmanned. The door is ajar, and though there are some torches burning beside it, a candle in the window, you don't see a soul.
Barnaby, just a side note to this journey has been wearing on him, will clasp tightly in his hands the object that is hanging from his necklace as he huffs and puffs but mutters something under his breath. "What do we got here?" And Barnaby will approach the toll house and will start to inspect it.
The driver will pull up on the reins and the horse comes to a stop. Roll a 2 difficulty perception for me, Chris. And as you're doing that, the driver will actually look around too and just be like, "Oh, we don't have time to be stopping now and here. We should be pressing on through the gauntlet to Aurelia. That's where we'll sleep."
Just give me a second.
While Barnaby is approaching, Vanatil will kind of stand in this wagon, getting advantage of looking at this, and get his bow ready, just in case. Prepared to act should anything spring out.
And Barnaby got 1 success.
Okay. As you head over to the toll house, everything looks pristine. All the bits and bobs are on their proper places on the shelves. The candle is alight. The papers are neat and stacked. The tolls that have been collected are locked away, safe. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
And it looks like somebody just freshly abandoned this, or so we can assume somebody has left.
There's no trace of whoever was here before.
Well, just being pragmatic about the situation, not necessarily out of curiosity, is there anything that Barnaby can take that would be useful on their journey, such as rations or something to that effect? Because he thoroughly sees that there's nobody there.
Just the tolls.
Barnaby will take a few of those.
Okay, 3 skullduggery.
What is that? 2 failures and 1 threat.
You permanently break the lock on this little toll chest, rendering it unopenable by any means other than absolute brute force.
Okay, well, Barnaby is going to kind of stand there for a second, kind of look around, as if he's inspecting his place, and will walk on out, because nobody's saying this. They say, all right, nothing to see there. Let's continue on. And he'll join the party again.
The driver will bid the horse forward, though at a slower pace than before. Reaper, as you move out of the wide open fields and into the canyon proper, you feel a little tug at your side, and you look down and see the girl.
Yes.
There's someone.
Where?
They want me.
I suspect there are lots of people who want you.
No, not lots of people. No, not lots. Someone. One.
They are coming.
Absolutely.
Gavrodas, who had been catching his breath and listening to this, is going to look around and just scan the area, scan the surroundings, and see if he can see anything.
Roll an easy perception.
That is 3 success and 2 advantage.
Nice.
As you continue on in the canyon, you're a little closer up against the wagon. It's narrower here. You have a pretty good sight of the way ahead. You have a good line on what's behind you. And on the cliff sides themselves, you see scattered markings. Not directly in front of you, but a little ways off you can make out in the dark. And with those advantage even, I'll say you recognize that it's the use of implements or climbing tools, though they only go about 15, 20 feet up before there are kind of shadowed outcroppings.
Gavrodas will, very quickly and quietly relay all of this information to everyone else.
And I will say, I'll even spend a story point on his behalf to add this in. Unless anyone else has done so, the driver has a solitary torch fixed atop the wagon. That is your light.
I think that Reaper would probably just use his light.
I think Barnaby definitely would light a torch.
So knowing all of this, Gavrodas is going to keep walking, and he's going to say, "There is an ambush for us, just up ahead. Vanatil, you and I should hang back a bit. We can use this cart as bait. Draw them out and ambush them once they make themselves known."
Double checking, examining, the points that Gavrodas had pointed out. Vanatil gives a light nod, and he'll hop out of the cart actually at that point and progress the rest of the way on foot. But looking back just as he hops out, looking at Reaper, "I presume you can handle yourself to protect." Then he just kind of motions to everyone else.
Reaper will heft her spear with a big smile yes, I can.
Very good.
If it's allowed, Barnaby, upon seeing this, will extinguish his torch and will draw his bow and ready it.
Okay.
As will Gavrodas, and he will meld with the shadows, kind of stealth in it, keeping his eyes open, waiting for someone to make an attack.
As will Vanatil.
Great. Then both of you please roll stealth checks. This will be contested vigilance. You've got to beat 3 advantage is what you got to beat.
Wow. I got 3 success and 2 advantage.
Nice.
And Vanatil got 5 success and 1 advantage.
Whoa.
The brothers Sanguine become darkness itself.
I think it's safe to say Barnaby would also go into a stealth kind of scout mode. 1 success and 4 advantage.
Yeah, with those advantage, you are downwind of the ambushers.
Thank goodness.
And stealthed.
Then, knowing this is coming, there is a shout, followed by 2 quick thunks as bolts and arrows impact the wagon. Reaper, the girl, and the driver able to duck easily out of the way, and then you hear rocks sliding down the sides of this cliff as you see a few people descend from these outcroppings, and 2 more appear on the road. Everyone roll initiative.
And this will be cool because we were expecting it.
This will be cool because you knew it was coming.
I got 1 success.
I got 1 success, 1 advantage.
Vanatil got 2 advantage.
And Barnaby got 2 success, 3 advantage.
All right, the first group of enemies just got 2 advantage. The second group got 4 successes. And the third group got 1 success and 1 advantage. The driver will go at the end of every initiative round, and he has just made it clear to you all that his only action is going to be going through the gauntlet, moving the cart and the horse forward no matter what's in front of it. So, with that, it's a group of enemies, 2 players, a group of enemies, 2 players, a group of enemies, and then we're done. This first group will be the ones on the south side of the cliff to your right. They unsuccessfully shot at Reaper and the driver before, but now they have a little bit of a better bearing on where you are, and they let fly another round. With 3 successes and 1 threat, that is going to deal 7 damage to Reaper.
Okay, I soak 5, so 2 wounds for me.
As a small crossbow bolt comes down and impacts your shoulder, kind of barely scraping by, but still inflicting a nasty gash.
Gavrodas would like to attack one of the enemies.
To give you a good picture, it seems like there are 3 individuals that have come out in front of the wagon on the road itself. The 2 other groups on the north side and south side, kind of on these outcroppings, are periodically shooting down and taking cover in between shots.
Okay, so since the first group just attacked, would they be the most out of cover?
They seem to have revealed themselves, yes.
Okay, trusting that Reaper can likely handle these dudes on the road, Gavrodas is going to take aim at one of these people that just fired, having revealed themselves, and will let loose a shot. So with 2 success and 1 threat, that will deal a total of 9 damage, as an arrow with a barbed head just flies from where Gavrodas was hiding straight into one of the assailants that had revealed themselves. But with that threat, I suppose he might have also revealed himself.
That is true, as this arrow whistles out of the dark and up the canyon side, smacking into this assailant that shot down at Reaper, piercing basically all the way through his chest and out the other end along his body profile. He tumbles down, just clattering with rock and this barbed arrow sticking out of him into a heap at the base of the cliff, dead.
Not to be outdone by his younger brother, Vanatil will also draw his bow and aim at another one of these assailants who has made their presence known.
So that's the assailants on the south outcropping or the ones on the road?
He's going to go for the ones that are closest to their wagon, so the ones on the road. And he will attack with 1 success, 3 advantage, and 1 triumph.
Woohoo!
You want to crit?
Yes, I would like to crit with that. With my 3 advantage, I will add 10 to the crit that is started with the triumph. All right, he rolled a 55, which is a fearsome wound. The target increases the difficulty of all presence and willpower checks by 1 until the end of the encounter. So total, he deals 8 damage with this arrow shot streaking through the air and inflicts this fearsome wound.
Okay, this is what's going to happen with that triumph too, is you down the first guy that this arrow goes into. Like, it must have passed just so serendipitously through armor, past bone, through flesh, striking vital organ and nothing else as it streaks through him, out the other side, and into its other target, inflicting this fearsome wound. The first guy's dead.
Nice.
Woohoo!
And the second one, having suffered this wound, seems incapacitated, just screaming and writhing on the ground. The sanguine threat apparent, the archers on the north side are going to start shooting. One of them shoots down at Gavrodas, and that will be 3 successes. So that's going to be 7 damage.
And I will soak up 3 of that.
And the other one is going to get a boost. And with 3 success and 2 advantage, a crossbow bolt will streak down and strike Vanatil, in this case dealing 6 damage.
All right, and with 2 soak, that will be 4 wounds.
And that's the end for those guys, as they will use those advantage to hunker down again, giving them near total cover.
Am I correct, Ryan, in assuming that we are still moving forward in spite of these men in front of us, or is the driver anticipating stopping?
The driver will not stop under any circumstances.
Great, okay. Is it possible then for Reaper to prepare an action so that as we drive by these men on the road, she can attack the remaining 2?
Yes. Would you like to prioritize the one standing up?
Yes, I would like to prioritize the one standing up. And I think she will, shove the girl down, get down, and will stand, 1 foot out of the wagon, scythe spear, ready to roll. Just murder in her eyes. She's very excited about this.
Nice.
All right, similar to the Sanguine Brothers, Barnaby will attack the one remaining on the south side.
Go for it.
Okay, and with that, I am actually going to spend a story point, and I'm going to activate the talent of Lucky Strike. So let's hope that this works. And they're medium range, correct?
Yes, that's 2 difficulty.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, I mean, it was okay, but Barnaby got 3 advantage.
Unfortunately, that means you miss.
You betcha. What a waste of a story point, but that's okay. And then with the 3 advantage, if he was revealed to everyone, he would like to use that to conceal himself again.
I'll allow that. That works. The enemies on the road will go. Just this one. The other one is incapacitated, having suffered this fearsome wound. He takes this javelin that he has and he throws it toward the wagon and hits for 3 successes and 1 threat. As that javelin streaks out, it strikes the driver and hits him pretty squarely in the gut,
Ouch.
dealing a good amount of damage. But with that threat, he is pretty well exposed and unable to move out of the way in time. So as the driver barrels forward, Laurel, you can take your action with a boost.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Time to harvest.
I like time to harvest. That's really scary. So I'm just making sure I'm rolling the right dice. What is my difficulty here?
2. You're engaged.
Okay. I'm gonna willingly take that setback again to up my damage. 2 success, 5 advantage.
Fantastic. Do what you will.
I'll spend 3 advantage to crit.
Oh, go for it.
Discouraging wound. Flip 1. 2 dark. Oh, hang on. Okay, I got us a light side point, guys. Yay!
And you totally just offed that guy. Spear to the chest, straight up through the throat, break his jaw apart, and he spins and falls onto the ground, carried by the momentum of the wagon and your strike. And with the driver going forward, the other guy his neck is crushed under the wheels of the wagon, first the front, then the back.
Oh, jeez. Reaper is very captivated by the arc of the blood through the air and on the wheels. She's very interested in all of this.
So, with that being said, I believe then we're back to the top. There's one remaining archer on the south side who is going to take a shot at the wagon, this time at Reaper.
I have defense as well, so just 1.
Alrighty then. And that will be 2 failures and 3 advantage. So that bolt just flies and thunks into the wagon harmlessly at your feet. But his friends across the way will definitely have a better bead on whoever they're aiming at.
With that guy, popping out of cover, Gavrodas will first aim. Forgot that you could do that.
That's called a pro move.
He's been
right
firing
there.
from the hip.
I was...
Just holding it sideways, gangster style.
No, yes, he will aim, which I believe just gives me a
I'll
boost.
give you 1 boost dice. Yeah.
That is 2 success and 1 threat. So that'll deal a total of 9 damage.
He's gone.
As it streaks through the air, this guy's trying to pop down. What would have hit him in the chest, as he's coming down, it goes straight through the eye.
And he just tumbles right off that cliffside and right into the ground. 20 feet or so.
Here's a question. How fast is this wagon going?
You can catch up to it if that's what you're trying to do.
You bet your Sally baby I am. Barnaby is worried about the package and will try to jump up onto the wagon and protect her.
All right, that'll expend your 2 maneuvers to catch up to the wagon, and then I'm going to make you do an athletics check. Let's make it hard. Now, let's just do 2 difficulty with a setback.
The setback is Reaper kicking him back out. Like, boot kick. Get out!
3 threats.
Since you don't outright fail, I'm not going to say that you, face plant or trip or anything, but you get up to the wagon and you're like, Reaper! And Reaper just acknowledges you but doesn't reach out a hand, and your fingernails just graze the wood as it speeds up a little, and you're panting, and you're left panting behind.
Oh, so I don't make it at all.
You're gonna take 2 strain.
Of course I do. Oh, I love it. Okay.
The archers on the north side are taking their shots. 3 successes on Vanatil.
I freaking hate that triumph, by the way.
Well, with that, this arrow strikes you pretty squarely in the body, dealing 7 damage and winding you. So until the end of the encounter, you cannot voluntarily suffer strain to activate any abilities or gain additional maneuvers. With the threat incurred by the other archer's roll, they are both exposed.
Then Vanatil will utilize their exposedness to attack one. All right, and he got 5 successes and 1 threat.
All right, you'll suffer 1 strain from that threat. I'll cash that in like that.
He pretty much, had his bow drawn as this arrow impacts him and doesn't even flinch. It just, kind of knocks a little bit of wind out of him, but he was holding his breath anyways for the shot, and he just lets it go, and it just soars, soft as a whisper, through the night air. And impacts this guy.
As he falls into the arms of his blood brother, and you just hear a "No!" up above you. And Laurel, it's your turn.
I mean, there's nobody that Reaper can hit, right?
Not really, unless you have a ranged weapon.
I sure don't.
Why don't you stab this other guy, the driver? We could just kind of be rid of him.
Oh, actually, that's a good idea. I don't know if this is a good time for this. Reaper could heal this idiot as he's driving.
You could try, yeah. You can do some quick patching up of him. This will be 2 difficulty for you.
Okay.
And I'm going to add a setback because you're on a bumpy road in a wagon going fast.
I think that's totally fair. 2 failure, 3 advantage.
Yeah, you do not patch him up at all, but you don't make it worse. And he just brushes you off. He's like, "The devil are you doing?"
Fixing your wounds.
He'll crack the reins and keep going forward as the wagon pulls around a bend, and all that's left of this other archer you hear are the echoing footsteps as if he's retreating into maybe some kind of alcove or cliffside cave. That's the end of combat for everyone.
I'd say once a little bit of time goes on that we see, in a couple brief seconds that fire has stopped from up above onto the wagon or at us, Vanatil will begin to make progress towards the wagon, going to check on Gavrodas and say, "Brother, are you it? Do you need medical attention?" I myself certainly do. Pulling a hand away from this wound that's just on his side and kind of takes a lick of a little bit of the blood that's on it. "Yes, it is bad."
Yeah, this elixir should help staunch the bleeding. And Gavrodas will take out his 2 healing elixirs, give 1 to his brother, and take 1 for himself.
Great, those will heal 5 wounds each. A ways ahead, the wagon has finally stopped, and Barnaby can catch up.
Oh, good. Barnaby is going to come into the wagon and will ask the girl, "Are you hurt? You all right?"
No.
Oh, don't worry, sweetheart. Let me help you.
Reaper will point the spear at Barnaby. She's fine.
Oh, are you sure? Are you hurt, sweetheart?
She'll shrink beside Reaper.
I should not be one to lecture another on social skills, but yours you should develop.
With that, Barnaby is going to take a seat across from the girl and will just be looking intently at her.
And it's at this point that the brothers Sanguine can also catch up with the wagon.
Vanatil, seeing that there are several people in the wagon already, probably not going to further impose there. He's feeling rather invigorated after taking this elixir, so he can probably manage to walk alongside it. But he does kind of just pound on the side of the wagon a little bit. Your all-knowing bones could not have prophesied something about that attack, huh? We must rely on my brother and his keen eyes to tell us if there is someone waiting in the darkness, eh?
I did not try to read the bones. They could have told me of that.
Speaking of which...
Brother,
yes?
do not antagonize the woman. Reaper, please, if you would see to his wounds, I would be much appreciative.
Reaper will give Vanatil this kind of self-righteous, you need me, don't you, kind of look. And will gesture him forward and sort of plop very heavily down on the bottom of the wagon to see to him.
Okay. He does kind of allow himself to be treated, but you notice that he is almost protective of his wounds, not in a ouch, this hurts, be careful getting close to it kind of way, but a you don't really deserve to touch me kind of way.
Fair. Reaper also is a little too eager to get involved in your blood, so.
Yeah.
One difficulty, Laurel.
Here we go. Oh, yay. Okay, so that's 3 success, 1 advantage. And then I believe I have a few ranks in Surgeon. I have 1, so you will heal
All your wounds.
Nice.
all of them.
Sweet!
As this quick field medicine is going on, Zalek the driver will look off from his stoop and say, "Well, I think it's safe if we all pile into the wagon for the last stretch here. I'll push the beastie to as far as she can go. Reach Aurelia before too long. Get a good night's rest in before tomorrow dawns."
Is Reaper distracted at this point while she's healing all these people?
I think it's safe to say you would have had to dismount the wagon.
I mean, honestly, I think so. I think she's touching sanguine blood, very distracted.
Okay. Well, then in kind of hushed tones, Barnaby is going to try to have a conversation, more of talk at this girl. I would say that's more of a depiction of it. Barnaby will take out the object that was at the end of his necklace and will start to examine it, turning it side and turning it in circles. And now the girl is looking at it, and you realize that it's one big juicy toe.
It's not a date.
It is not a date. So he's examining this, and you begin to notice that all of the dates and shells around his waist are in fact not dates and shells, but are toes and phalanges of various decay. He's going to say, I've met loads of people like you before. And he'll look at the toe before him and will smile a little bit, chuckle to himself, and he'll look at the girl and say, "We'll take good care of you." And that's all he'll say, and he'll lean back and still continue to look at the girl.
She'll lean in before you draw back, and she'll say, "She'll take you too."
Barnaby is going to interpret this as her saying that, talking in third person, really, and doesn't see really a threat by it, and in fact welcomes it. And he'll say, "Well, we'll see about that."
Who invited this guy? I don't know.
Everyone healed up and piled into the wagon. You will set off, traversing the rest of the gauntlet. We shall see with a drive check.
Come on, driver. I believe in you.
2 successes will get you to Aurelia just at the midnight hour. There are a few pikemen outside the gates of this palisade barrier just outside the gauntlet's end. And one of them will approach, holding up a torch, and say, "Identify yourselves! Identify yourselves!" And the cart will slow.
And in the back of the cart, Gavrodas will throw up a hood to cover his head and motion for his brother to do the same.
He does so.
There's some travelers seeking passage this way.
Where you coming from, Bout?
just on the road. We threw the gauntlet.
All right, you live in the gauntlet then?
Torvis. We are coming from Torvis.
Oh, yeah, and then before that, time before the gauntlet, we were in a place called Torvis. Go and make shelter for tonight, please. We've been traveling all day.
All right, roll a hard deception. Actually, no, don't do any difficulty. This will be against the guard's vigilance. But I will give you a boost because you are only enhancing the truth and not outright lying.
Man, I've been sucking up tonight. 3 advantage.
3 successes on the guard's vigilance. And he goes, Torvis? That's a crock of shit. You don't sound like you're from Torvis at all.
Oh, yeah, well, that isn't what you asked me. You said, where are we coming from today? I'm from the Fell.
Oh, no shit.
It's like traveling. It's like traveling from Utah to California and being like, well, I'm from the U.S.
Oi, I'm sorry, brother. I am way too knackered right now. We just really need a place to stay tonight.
Look, I'm not going to let you in, but I need to make sure you're not going to cause a ruckus and such. I think a greasy palm might open this door, you know?
Greasy.
What do you want to do, Chris? What do you say?
What? Okay. Barnaby is going to respond to this and will say, all right then. Would it make you feel better if I came out there in sight without any weapons and showed you that I made no harm?
No. And Vanatil will grab Barnaby's shoulders and he says, you idiot, he wants money. And he will reach into his sack and just pull out this intricately folded parcel that he has, which contains really all the money that he and Gavrodas have accumulated and really have left. But he kind of flashes Gavrodas a quick look, shakes his head once, and then thrusts it into Barnaby's hands and just kind of shoves him out the wagon. Go, before he changes his mind.
Well, all right. And he'll kind of turn away and will go towards the guy and will approach him to hand him the silver.
With the bribe paid, Barnaby, you clamber back up onto the wagon. The gate opens. The man pockets this envelope of silver that he's been given and then, wipes his hand on his pant leg. And then the driver, Zalek, brings you to a small inn where he is able to hitch the horse and get the wagon, kind of set up for the night. And he'll just sigh, kind of rubbing his gut wound, and he'll head inside with nary a nod.
Well, I hope one of you, Vanatil says, eyeing Barnaby and Reaper, have some money on yourselves to pay for rooms for all of us. That was our last coin, he says, kind of motioning between himself and Gavrodas.
Do I look like I have money?
You are a mercenary, no, you must have some reason to do so. Why not coin you? Something. Barnaby?
Yeah, I got some. Well, all right, okay, I got plenty. And Barnaby will push forward and will go into the tavern.
You're greeted by a jovial, older, twirling mustache kind of man. Your innkeeper sort. Great rapport. Perhaps it's a facade, perhaps not. But he addresses you lot as you enter and goes, well, welcome! And then he pinches his nose quickly and as Barnaby steps up to the counter. What can I do for you lot?
Oh, we seek some rooms for the night.
How many?
2. We want 2 rooms.
Very well. That'll be 20 silver each.
20 silver each? Oh, come on. And Barnaby is going to lean forward, getting more into this guy's business.
15 silver each. 10, take him for 10.
This is the true power of Barnaby's negotiation. The stink.
Just puts
He's
them in such a state of
stanky.
delirium.
Oh, 10 and all, yeah?
10 and all. 10 and all.
Oh, wonderful. Here you go. And he'll pass 10 silver off to him.
he'll bolt to the back, like hands up against the wall, like heaving, grope for the key rack on the wall, pick off 2 and toss them haphazardly behind him at you.
This guy's got a weak constitution.
Yeah, Reaper will catch one and then steer the girl up the stairs to the room.
And the other one will hit Barnaby in the face, and he'll say, "Pleasure doing business with ya." Huh? He'll pick it up off the ground and go up to the other room.
As Barnaby heads upstairs, the girl and Reaper head upstairs. Gavrodas and Vanatil are about to follow when you hear a sharp whistle directed at you from the corner, where you see Zalek, the driver, has already made himself comfortable with a pint, and he just motions the 2 of you over.
Head over there, menacing like.
Well, gather it that you 2 are some smart gentlemen, eh? Know your way around a bad deal when you see one. We're in a right trifle here. Going forward with this is, question. I've got no allegiance to the Scarlet Covenant outside of hefty Summer Silver. I can't imagine the 2 of you are any more devotees than the next. In fact, I'd reckon you don't give a good God's damn what happens to that girl. Or perhaps you do, but you certainly don't want the same things as the Covenant. And well, I've got a pretty little proposition for you, brothers. Take a seat, why don't you? Grab a drink. Hear me out.
And you just hear a as Gavrodas grabs one of the chairs and like slides it out and then sits down.
Vanatil follows Gavrodas in sitting down and sits there a little ponderous for a couple seconds. Flashes Gavrodas a look, and then he turns to the bartender, likely still recovering his senses from Barnaby's departure, and just says, "Bartender, 2 pints please for me and my brother, and a refill for our friend."